reminds us that this life in this world is nothing but temporary, and we don't know our appointed time of death. As believers, we should never ever waste or misuse or abuse time. Instead, we must value it as a blessing from Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We must all understand that wasting even a single moment is an opportunity gone, never to return, and that time is never going to come back. First of all, I would like to welcome all of you with the Islamic greetings. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. The topic of my talk is the importance of time in the light of Quran and Hadees. As we all are familiar with the most famous proverbs which says time is money and time is gold. Time has great importance in the life of human being. Time is a blessing on all of us. We should concentrate on how we use the time according to Islamic perspective, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has clearly stated the value of time in Quran. So we should make the use of time wisely to increase our faith in this life and hereafter too. Our beloved Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said about time in Hadees, there are two blessings which many people lose. Number one is your health, and number two is free time for doing good deeds. From this saying, we can conclude that we should try to do our best for doing good deeds for the sake of Almighty Allah's pleasure. We order our lives around time. In Islam, lives are structured around the daily prayers. We should offer prayers on time which are obligatory on every Muslim. In Islam, believers are encouraged to be certain of the time, to know its importance and to organize it intelligently. If human beings do not waste or abuse time, but rather think of it as a blessing from their Lord, then they have every reason to hope for success both in this life and in the hereafter too. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in Holy Quran, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu ati'u Allah wa ati'u Rasul wa la tubtilu a'malakum. O you who have believed, obey Allah and obey the Messenger, and don't invalidate your deeds. From this verse, we can say that we should try to do our best to utilize in a best manner instead of wasting our time in useless deeds. Dear brothers, we have so many examples from the life of our beloved Prophet ﷺ to know about the importance of time. Now I will discuss some of them so we can take a lesson and utilize our time in a best manner. Prophet ﷺ used to call on Muslims to take initiative to do good deeds before any obstacles arise. Prophet ﷺ said, lose no time to do good deeds before you are caught up by one of 7 calamities awaiting you. Starvation, which may impair your wisdom. Prosperity, which may mislead you. Ailment, which may damage your health. Old age, which may harm your senses. And number 5 is sudden death, which is indeed the hardest and most bitter. Prophet ﷺ also said on of his hadith, اغتنم خمسا قبل خمس. Take advantage of 5 matters before 5 other matters. Number 1, your youth before you become old. Your health before you fall sick. Your wealth before you become poor. Your free time before you become preoccupied. And your life before your death. This whole hadith is all about the limited nature of our life and how the time is running out. So, we should make the use of time wisely before it's too late. Guys, I want you to know in short that mankind is told to be conscious of time. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reminds us that this life in this world is nothing but temporary, and we don't know our appointed time of death. As believers, we should never ever waste or misuse or abuse time. Instead, we must value it as a blessing from Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We must all understand that wasting even a single moment is an opportunity gone, never to return, and that time is never going to come back. That's why I appeal to each and everyone to utilize time wisely. Avoid wasting time in using electronic gadgets all day long. If you concentrate and focus on your studies, instead of wasting your time, you can gain new skills, knowledge, and better understanding, and so on and so forth. If you follow all these things, what I told you right now, you will be successful in this world and hereafter too, inshallah. Dear brothers, that's all my talk about the importance of time in the light of Quran and Hadees. May this speech be useful and helpful for us. Thank you so much for your kind attention. I hope you would surely manage your time and get success in this world and hereafter too. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.